Hey guys, it's JJ Sports Talk, and welcome back to another video. And I have one of my dear friends here.
Hey, I'm Sophie.
Sophie. And today we are going to discuss women's college basketball, who she is very big into. We'll discuss her bracket and just about her favorite teams. So basically, as my video, I will have, as I do in my other videos, I'll have a trivia question. So, who is the UConn women's basketball coach? How many championships does he have?
Do you know? Quite a bit. I know that. I'm not sure how many, but they typically win. So
they typically win.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
All right, so that should lead into who's your favorite team?
UConn.
UConn.
Yeah.
So Connecticut.
The
Huskies. So, what makes you like UConn?
I don't know. I just like the way they play. I like how they all work together as a team, and everything flows. It's almost like everything's smooth, and everything just works well for them.
So everything works well for them. Mm-hmm. So, what do you think about them this year?
They're doing pretty well. I went to a game this year, and they did well. I just love the way they they transition and they get the ball down the court. Their dribbling is perfect. I mean, they can break down anything. So,
yeah. Do you just like the way they play? You like their style? Who's your favorite player on the team?
Well, now, I don't know. I like their point guard.
You like Crystal Dangerfield? Dangerfield?
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I kind of enjoy watching Katie Lou Samuelson play. Number 33, she's pretty interesting.
Yeah, the tallest. She's
not the tallest, but she's a really nice, really good shooter.
Yes.
I'm also.
Yes.
Kia Nurse is a very good shooter, number 11.
Mm-hmm.
She is fun to watch. Yeah. So and now, who's your favorite pass player from UConn?
My all-time favorite player. Her name's Brianna Stewart.
Yep, so from a few years ago.
She's actually now in the WNBA.
I want to know. Well, here's a little trivia for you. What team does Brianna Stewart play for?
No, Washington.
No.
I don't know.
The Seattle.
I knew. Seattle, Washington. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, she plays... Yeah.
Seattle Storm.
Yeah.
Seattle Storm. How did you not know that?
I don't know. I don't watch her anymore.
Okay. Well, okay. I should tell you something about Sophie. Okay, so now, what do you think about women's college basketball as a whole?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Like women's college basketball.
What part about it?
So basically, what do you think about the teams? Do you think there was a lot of upsets, not a lot of upsets, a lot of good games? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm going to say I like it because I'm a woman and I want to, empower it. So, of course, I like it. And, of course, it's just, watching it just makes me feel happy because it's, one of my goals to get to play in college.
You want to play for UConn one day?
Obviously, but, I mean, yeah. So, it's just one of my goals. And so, watching all these women, do what they're great at and do what they love, it just, makes me want to do better. One
thing that I liked about women's college basketball this year is that they had a lot of big matchups. There weren't a lot of, small matchups. UConn and, Louisville played each other, and Notre Dame and Tennessee played each other. There weren't a lot of pity matchups, and teams cruised through the year.
Yeah,
there were a lot of big matchups that could have changed women's college basketball completely. And it was fun to watch these games back and forth. One of my favorite games to watch this year was Notre Dame and Tennessee. When Tennessee was up quite a bit, and Notre Dame pulled one of the biggest comebacks in women's college basketball history to come back and win that game. I remember watching that in my basement. It was a pretty fun game to watch.
Yeah.
So
just the aspect of it in general is just pretty
fun, right?
Yeah.
So here's my thing. What do you think about the bracket? Do you think people were placed very fairly? Once these were all good?
Yeah. But, I mean, yeah.
You do? So you don't think there's anyone that...
No, because it's fair. Because, yeah, I think. Yeah, it's just, I hate when 16 seeds play 1 seed. Because
you don't like that?
I don't like that because it seems unfair. Of course it's unfair. But.
Okay, so basically I've asked her a ton of questions. So now we're just going to have her... We're just going to kind of break down matchups on her bracket. So, in the in this region right here, sorry you can't really see it, but Connecticut's region. So we're breaking down her bracket right now. So, just go down the line of this region.
Okay, so round 1, we have Connecticut and
St. Francis, Pennsylvania.
I can't see
St.
it.
Francis,
I
Pennsylvania.
can't see it. Okay, Connecticut and St. Francis.
And who do you have winning?
I have Connecticut because they're my favorite team. And yeah. And then we have Miami and what does that even
Quinnipiac.
Yeah, that. Okay. And I have Miami. And then do I just go down this way?
Yeah, just go down this way.
Okay.
No, just go down.
Oh,
just go down all the way and then go back up.
Okay. Duke and Belmont. I have Duke. Georgia and Mercer. Georgia. Okay, I'm just going to say something before I get started. So, I look at the seeds. I'm one of those people that just kind of
pick the higher seed.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that the case every time?
Not the case. No, I have a couple upsets.
Okay.
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 All right. So then I have. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. I have South Florida and Buffalo, and I have South Florida and Florida State and Little Rock. I have Florida State. California and Virginia. I have. Okay, I'm just gonna go with Virginia there. So that's an upset. A 10 seed beating a 7 seed. I don't know. Yeah. And then I have South Carolina and North Carolina, and I have South Carolina. And let's see. Yeah. Notre Dame and
Wait, sorry. She started going in the other region. So basically, now we're gonna break down this region. So.
Oh, you want me to go
yes,
back
just
through?
keep going. No.
Oh,
I mean, go to the next round.
Oh,
so,
okay.
So now you have Connecticut versus. No, you have Connecticut versus Miami.
Yeah, okay.
So now go down that line, then go to the next line.
Okay, Connecticut
we're
versus...
figuring this out.
Yeah, okay. Connecticut versus Miami. I have, obviously, Connecticut. Duke and Georgia. I have Georgia. Yeah, Georgia. Okay. South Florida and Florida State. I have Florida State. And then Virginia and South Carolina. I have South Carolina. And then, okay, should I go down this, the Elite 8 now? Okay, all right. So, obviously... UConn and Georgia, I have UConn. And Florida State and South Carolina, I have South Carolina. And then to go into the Final Four, I have UConn winning that. And now we're going to get started on the...
Next bracket right here.
Okay.
Notre Dame's bracket.
Notre Dame and CSUN.
Cal State University Northridge.
Okay. And I have Notre Dame. And then South Dakota State and Villanova, I have Villanova. And then DePaul and A&M, Texas A&M, sorry. I have A&M. And then, no, I did that wrong. Yeah, here, I read the next line. Sorry, DePaul and Oklahoma, I have DePaul. And then Texas A&M and Drake, I have Texas A&M. All right, sorry. Then I have LSU and Central Michigan, I have LSU. Ohio State and George Washington.
George Washington?
Yeah, George Washington. I have Ohio State.
Are you a big fan of Kelsey Mitchell? You like her?
Yes. Love Kelsey Mitchell.
You like UConn, but do you enjoy Ohio State too?
I love watching Ohio State play as well.
Okay.
I just like Kelsey Mitchell is unbelievable.
Okay.
So yeah.
So she's one of the people that you
idolize. I definitely idolize her. Look up to her a lot. Okay. So then I have Green Bay and Minnesota. I have Green Bay. And then Oregon and Seattle at Oregon. So now we're gonna move into the Sweet 16 part of that region. Notre Dame and Villanova, I have Notre Dame. DePaul and A&M, I have A&M. Ohio State and Oregon, I have Ohio State because, obviously Kelsey Mitchell. Okay, now we're going to go into the Elite 8. I have Notre Dame and Ohio State, and I have Notre Dame winning that one.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so, do we move into this?
Oh, so now, now we're just going to kind of break down these two regions. So basically, for UConn's region, one of my favorite things is that there's a chance that UConn and South Carolina can meet.
That's always a great game.
Asia Wilson.
Amazing.
And Taisha, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but Taisha Harris versus the whole UConn team.
The whole UConn team.
Imagine that matchup.
It's a great game.
Ariama versus Don Staley. I think I might have given away the trivia, but who cares? Imagine that. That's just that would be going for the Final Four, the defending champs.
It's always a great game to watch.
Do you think that would be a great game?
That would be
Any
a great
other
game.
sleeper games that you think would be good? I think that South Florida and Florida State would be a really good matchup too. Two really good squads. South Florida has a really good team.
I mean, although it'd be great to see South Carolina and UConn play, like the way this bracket works, only one of them can go.
Exactly.
So that's kind of a bummer. But
personally, you like UConn, but are you a big fan of South Carolina?
I do like them.
Asia Wilson?
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's break down the next bracket.
Okay,
No, not the next bracket. I mean the next region.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Flip it back over.
Oh, flip back. Oh, okay.
So now Notre Dame has, well, I would say, I mean, Oregon is an extremely good team. But, I mean, come on. Notre Dame has an easy road.
I mean,
Ohio State's good, but, I mean, they have Kelsey Mitchell and about nothing else.
That's pretty much
the Big Ten was really weak this year.
You know the best thing I love about Kelsey Mitchell and the Ohio State team? Is that her dad is one of her coaches.
Yeah.
I love that. I've always thought that's cool.
And you know, one thing that always proves is that a lot of people say, oh, your dad's the coach or your mom's the coach, so that's why you get the playing time. She proves that that's not always the case.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
she does.
She proves that she
guarantee you anything. Her dad would bench her quicker than you can say anything if she messed up. Like, if she messed up, so, like, if she did something to hurt her team, guarantee her dad would bench her.
Yes. But the problem is that's about all Ohio State has.
Yeah.
So I would say Notre Dame has a pretty easy road because in your bracket you have Ohio State beating Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if that knocks out Oregon, then that means Ohio State has to play Notre Dame. Notre Dame's a well-rounded squad. They're going to beat Ohio State.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's breaking down there. So far we have UConn Notre Dame in the Final Four. So now you can flip it over.
Okay. So now we're going to the next region. And so for this one, for round one, I have Mississippi State and
Nichols.
So
basically, let's stop here for a second.
Okay.
Mississippi State
yes.
beat UConn last year. And that,
they did.
And that magnificent shot by Morgan Williams, what I was watching live.
Mm-hmm.
Were you watching it live?
I think so, yeah.
You saw the shot? How disappointed were you when that happened?
It's just like one of those moments you're like, there's no way that just went in. It's just like, you're like, wait, really? And then you're like, oh, yep, okay. It was just so like, blah.
That was how you felt?
Uh-huh.
You want to know how I was?
How?
Yeah, they got beat.
Oh, come on.
I wanted that Mississippi State team to win. They just weren't able to finish it in the championship against South Carolina. But anyway, you got to admit, Morgan Williams.
She's a stud. She's a stud.
Would you admit that? Mm-hmm. What about Vivians and McCowan?
I mean, they're all just
they're well-rounded.
They're all talented.
They're well-rounded.
Mm-hmm.
And Schaefer, one of their best shooters. Their dad is the coach.
Yeah.
What about that SEC tournament game with Mississippi State and South Carolina?
I mean, it's always amazing.
South Carolina just pulls everything out, don't they?
They do. It's crazy.
But, yeah, I'll let you get back to going on the line.
Okay, Syracuse and Oklahoma State. I have Syracuse winning that one. And then Maryland and Princeton. I have Maryland. And then North Carolina State and Elon. Yeah, Elon. North Carolina State. Iowa and Creighton. I have Iowa.
Sorry, Creighton fans, if she triggered you.
Iowa. No, I'm sorry. UCLA and American. I have UCLA. Arizona State and Nebraska. Arizona State. Texas and Maine. I have Texas. And then those going into round two, that would if they won would be going into the Sweet 16. I have Mississippi State and Syracuse, and I have Mississippi State winning that one. Maryland and North Carolina State, I have Maryland. Iowa and UCLA, I have UCLA. Arizona State and Texas, I have Texas. And then to go to the Final Four, this one would be considered the Elite Eight. No, I'm sorry.
So Mississippi State and UCLA.
Yeah. Mississippi State and UCLA.
Which I think personally would be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree with your pick, which is...
I have Mississippi State going.
I agree. I like the Notre Dame bracket. I really think that Mississippi State, if they play good, they don't have any rough games, can easily go to the Final Four. I don't see any teams here that could end their run, except Texas. But again, you have Texas getting beat.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's an upset. That's an upset that I have though.
Texas versus UCLA.
And I have UCLA.
But UCLA's good. But I mean, are they Texas good? I don't know. I've watched Texas almost beat UConn. So I mean, if you're, a lot of people don't beat UConn. So if you can get close to being UConn, I consider that almost a win.
Mm-hmm.
So, if Mississippi State can play to the best of their ability, I think they will win.
Yeah.
All right. So go to now we have
we're
Mississippi
to the
State
next.
joining the Final Four.
Yes. So far we have Mississippi State, UConn, and Notre Dame going to the Final Four. All right. So round 1, we have Louisville and Boise State.
What do you have winning?
Oh, I have
Obviously Louisville. So Louisville, Asia Durr, such a great player.
They're
again another victim of UConn.
Another
great game that was supposed to be a great game and a blowout.
Yep. It kind of always turns out that way.
Isn't
I feel like.
Gamble where UConn plays just is it the Gamble effect or just being that atmosphere and UConn, does that kind of get to you?
I don't know. I don't know which part most gets to me. I don't know.
Is it the atmosphere?
I like the atmosphere.
The atmosphere at Gamble. Have you been to Gamble? Have you been to UConn?
Yeah.
You
have
been. Been in the arena?
Oh no. Like I thought you meant like have I seen like UConn? No, I have not been to Connecticut, but I have
not been there, but you have
seen them play.
Well,
yes.
You said that earlier in the video. So, but you do think that's a good place to play, and that kind of intimidates you. I think that the atmosphere and just how UConn plays is just puts them out of the game real quick.
It does, yeah.
All right. So now you had Louisville winning, so now you can just keep going.
So now I have Marquette and Dayton, and I have Dayton, and then that's actually an upset. So that'd be a good game to watch. The 8 and 9 seed. Okay. So now I have Missouri and FGCU.
Florida Gulf Coast University.
And then I have Missouri winning that one, and Stanford and Gonzaga. I have Stanford. And Oregon State and Western Kentucky. Is that
Yep.
Okay. I have Oregon State, and then Tennessee and Liberty. Tennessee, Michigan, and Northern Colorado.
Yeah,
Northern Colorado. And I have Michigan winning that. Oh, not Michigan State. I'm sorry. Michigan winning that one. And then I have Baylor and Grambling.
Yep.
Baylor and Grambling, and I have Baylor winning that one.
Okay.
So now for the next one, I have Louisville and Dayton, and I have Louisville winning that one. Missouri and Stanford, and I have Stanford. Oregon and Tennessee, I have Tennessee. And then Michigan and Baylor, I have Baylor. And then, okay, so then I have Louisville and Stanford, and I have Louisville winning that one. And Tennessee and Baylor, and I have Baylor winning that one. Yeah, so that one would be a good game to watch, to have the 2 seed and the 3 seed
Especially
competing.
two teams that have been really good.
Yeah.
Especially the Lady Vols.
Mhm.
I'm surprised you don't have the Lady Vols going farther. I mean, I've watched them. They're a really good team. You still think they have it this year?
Still think like the Tennessee.
You don't think Tennessee has it this year?
I don't think so. I have Louisville and Baylor, and I have Baylor.
Wow, you're taking Baylor all the way to the Final Four. All right, so what's your Final Four now?
So now my Final Four looks like UConn, Mississippi State, Notre Dame, and Baylor.
So now who do you have winning against Notre Dame, UConn and Notre Dame?
I have UConn.
You have UConn going to the national championship. You think they're gonna get past the Final Four from last year's disappointment?
That I think they will.
You think that's fueling them?
I think that's fuel to their fire. I think that's like
the whole world reacted to the demise of UConn, but now they're getting back up.
All right, and then
so now you have Mississippi State and Baylor.
Yep, and I have Mississippi State winning.
So you have the rematch.
I do of Mississippi State and UConn.
And who do you have coming out?
UConn.
You have UConn coming out on top. Are you biased, or is that biased meaning you just picked them because you like them, or did you honestly think they're gonna get back?
I do think they are going to.
Or a little bit of both.
I think, well, both, obviously, because one, I mean, they're my favorite team. So
and they're a good team.
They're good. They're great coaching-wise. I mean, I'm not going to say the coach because that's your trivia question. But, so, great coaching, great style of play.
Team ball.
Yes. Their teamwork is amazing.
They preach team ball up there.
Sorry. And then, I mean, it's just I think it's going to be a good matchup. It's just going to be like, who wants it more? And I think UConn will win it.
So what do you think is going to be the deciding factor? What do you think? Well, I would say it's going to be a close game throughout. Every national championship is going to be close.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
because we have 2 1 seeds, so
both teams have been there. Mississippi State being there last year, UConn being there about
every year.
That's Final Four is almost inevitable from each year. But what do you think is going to be the deciding factor in UConn winning? Like, it's going to be close. So what do you think is going to be the deciding that?
I just think that I
just got the video. It's fine.
Okay. Okay. So I think the fact that they lost to them last year.
Sophie.
I'm sorry.
Sophie.
I'm sorry, I can see him.
It's fine. We're doing this video outside. I'm sorry. All the disturbances.
Okay, so I think the fact that they just lost to them last year will just be fuel to their fire. I'm sorry. It'll just make them want it even more than they have in the past. And so I think UConn will come out on top.
I think UConn's going to win.
Yes. I do.
Sophie. Stop. I'm sorry about this. All right, so that's her bracket. We'll show it to you real quick. Here's her women's bracket, just so you can see.
It might be a little weird because I wrote all of it.
There you go. There might be one pick on here that was a little changed because
because I
just because of some stuff. So yeah, just pretty cool, right? It's a pretty cool time of year.
Great.
I love this time of year.
I love this.
So basically, we'll give you trivia. So, I'm sorry if I gave it away, but hopefully you missed it. So
I'll say the first name.
UConn's women coach. No, you're gonna say the whole thing.
No, I'm.
What is the trivia question was? What is the UConn women's head coach's name?
I'm saying the first name.
Head coach. Who's the UConn women's head coach? What is his name?
Do you know? No, I'm not saying the last name.
Gino Ariyama. Who? And I asked you this. You didn't know. He has 11 national championships. Pretty cool, right? It's pretty cool.
Sorry for all the people and noises and distractions.
Yeah, we are on vacation, so JJ Sports Talk on the road. Pretty cool.
Road trip.
All right, so if there's already been some games that were played. I'm sorry if this isn't updated, but yeah, I just wanted to tell you so you can kind of follow Sophie's bracket. So
yeah.
Tell her how she does.
And cheer for UConn along the way.
Yeah. So thank you for watching JJ Sports Talk. Goodbye.